In this quick demo, we're going to take a look at using OpenFGA, fine grained authorizations, with a LLM gateway or MCP gateway called Agentgateway. And we use them together to enforce fine grained access policies for AI agents connecting up to LLMs or AI models. And so what'll happen is the AI agent will make a call through the gateway. This gateway is a central governing location or piece of infrastructure that can collect telemetry, enforce policy and security, implement guardrails, and so on. But what's going to happen in this demo is Agent Gateway is going to call out to the OpenFGA server with the request context, including authorization context. And more specifically, the tokens that were used to represent the user's identity or maybe any agent identity. And OpenFGA is going to use its relationship-based authorization mechanism to decide whether or not to allow this call to go through. And then Agent Gateway will then block it or allow it. So let's take a quick look at our environment here. So if we come here, we can see, no, let's go here. Oh, no. We have our Agent Gateway set up and running here. If we take a look at, and so this is running in Kubernetes. If we take a look at some of the configurations for this demo, we will see that we are expecting when the gateway gets called that the user will have some sort of JWT, some sort of identifier for themselves, for the user. And then we will call into this external auth service, which is the OpenFGA server. Now, if we take a look here real quick at the relationships that we've configured here, and so these are the tuples that we've added to the OpenFGA server. We can see we've associated, there's a few entities here like org, like team, and LLM provider. And what we want to do is we want to specify what teams are allowed to access what LLMs, what models from each of the LLMs, and what users that might be part of which teams. And so we can, like I said, OpenFGA will take a look at the request context and decide whether there's a relationship that satisfies what's being asked. So if we come over here and take a look at making a call, so if we come here, see if I have any of these left. Right. So we'll take a look at making this call, and actually let's do this. Let's keycloak. Yeah, that's fine. We'll grab a token. So this will be for the MCP user. All right. We'll grab a token from our identity provider, and let's just go ahead and take a look at that token. So this will be part of the auth context that gets sent to OpenFGA. We can see that this is the MCP user and that it has some roles and access within the IDP. In our relationship tuples, we are allowing this user to make the call. So if I make a call to Agent Gateway with that token, we should cross our fingers. Oh, no, let's form input to a URL function. What? Well, found extract. No user found. How's that? Is this the OpenFGA? All right, so I was passing it to the wrong. I'm not sure what was happening there. All right. Well, so we can see here that the call has gone through. We did find the JWT. I'm not sure why it wasn't finding the JWT, but the call did go through. And if we take a look at our logging, we see that it has gone through the OpenFGA, and we got an allow decision. Now, if we tried this with a different user that does not satisfy the OpenFGA relationships, and then make this call, we should see that this gets this user gets denied, and we've identified the user, and it is not allowed. So I do encourage you. It can be way more sophisticated than this. These are fairly simple tuples and relationships here. But I do encourage you to take a look at Agent Gateway if you're doing if you're calling LLMs and you want to employ policy and governance and guardrails around calls to LLMs or MCP servers, right? So Agent Gateway is a piece of middleware infrastructure for managing LLM and MCP and A2A type calls. Definitely go check out OpenFGA for more sophisticated and relationship-based access policies and authorization decisions. Thanks.